Something unusual is happening to 3 Atlas. For months, astronomers have watched it glide across the darkness, a faint, almost forgettable traveler tracing a path they believed they understood. At first, it seemed routine, just another fragment of ice and dust, moving in a cold, predictable arc dictated by gravity alone. But the latest observations tell a different story, one that unsettles even the most seasoned scientists. 3 Atlas is not behaving as it should. Its cloud of dust appears skewed, its chemistry is unlike anything catalogued before, and its trajectory seems strangely deliberate. Not a threat, not close enough to strike Earth, yet just unusual enough to gnaw at the patience of those who spend their lives searching for order in the heavens. Why has 3 Atlas shifted course? No one can say for certain. The path of a comet is supposed to be a script already written, a line carved by gravity, pulled gently by the sun, nudged by the planets. But this visitor appears to have torn its script in half. The latest images reveal a coma, an envelope of glowing dust and gas, tilted and misaligned, as if the comet were resisting the forces that should be shaping it. Instead of a clean, sunlit tail trailing neatly behind, the gases scatter sideways, even forward, like a swimmer fighting against the current. At first, astronomers dismissed the anomaly. Perhaps the images were distorted, perhaps an error crept into the instruments. But as nights passed and different telescopes confirmed the same effect, doubt turned into uneasy recognition. The object was shedding material in directions that contradicted every model. It was not just sublimation, the ordinary release of gas from melting ice. It was something stranger, something that almost looked intentional. Then came the chemistry. Spectral analyses revealed an astonishing imbalance, strong emissions of cyanide and nickel, yet almost no iron. This was baffling. In stars, in comets, in planets, iron vastly outnumbers nickel. But in 3 Atlas, the opposite appeared true. Nickel without iron, almost impossible in nature, yet familiar in alloys shaped by industry. Instruments were recalibrated, doubts were raised, but the evidence only grew stronger as the comet drew closer. Now 2 anomalies demanded attention: a misaligned trajectory and a chemical signature that nature struggles to explain. And still, 3 Atlas drifts onward, silent, relentless, ancient. It does not pause to offer answers. It will not loop back for further study. We are left with only a narrow window of months to measure, to speculate, to try to understand. Scientists frame their papers with cautious terms: non-gravitational acceleration, sublimation anomaly, spectral deviation. Outside the halls of academia, those words dissolve. What spreads instead is the raw idea: this comet has changed course. Once planted, that idea is hard to uproot. If an interstellar traveler can resist the pull of the cosmos, what else might it resist? If its path looks deliberate, can we dismiss the possibility that it is being guided? Looking backward offered no relief. Astronomers traced its orbit across millions of years using Gaia's star catalog. Over 10 million years, it should have carried scars of gravitational encounters, slingshots around stars, small deflections, fingerprints of motion. Instead, they found silence. The comet passed 62 stars, but none exerted the kind of force needed to explain its present speed. Even its closest brush, Gaia Dr 3264, 72,000 years ago, was too weak, too fleeting. The momentum it carries today was acquired long before human eyes existed to measure it. Where did that energy come from? What primeval event launched this body into its current path? Some suggest 3 Atlas is far older than the solar system itself, a relic from 7 to 11 billion years ago, older than our Sun, older than Earth. A survivor from an age when galaxies collided and stars were still forming in violent clouds of gas. And yet, for all its unimaginable age, it is strangely alive, venting gases, bleeding nickel, refusing to obey the equations we trust. October 2025 is now circled on calendars worldwide. That is when 3 Atlas will sweep past Mars. Not close enough to strike, not close enough to cause catastrophe, but close enough to notice. Mars has always been our mirror, our next frontier, a world we imagine living on, a place where we search for fossils of microbes. And now, into that mirror steps a traveler from another star. The coincidence is almost poetic. While rovers scrape Martian rocks for signs of life, an alien object passes by, threading through the orbit of our neighbor. It passes Venus. Then Mars. Then Jupiter. Astronomers call this alignment a coincidence, a quirk of probability. But the odds are staggering, 1 chance in 20,000. If you were an observer searching for life in our solar system, where would you look? Not the frozen wastelands of the outer planets. Not the barren asteroids. You would look where conditions allow life, Earth and Mars. That is precisely where 3 Atlas is heading. Coincidence, or reconnaissance? For now, the official position is caution. Gravity alone shapes its motion, astronomers insist. But questions remain. How many anomalies can be dismissed as chance before chance itself feels like denial? Its tail misaligned, its chemistry unnatural, its speed unexplained. Each detail adds weight to the suspicion that randomness may not be the whole story. When it nears Mars, every available eye will turn toward it. Ground telescopes, orbital observatories, even rovers on the Martian surface will watch. Perhaps it will behave like nothing more than a comet, fractured ice glowing in sunlight, a harmless tail stretching into the void. Or perhaps it will remind us that not everything wandering the stars is inert. Its approach is quiet, without fanfare. No alarms, no apocalyptic warnings. Just the slow drift of an ancient fragment older than time itself. But the public feels what the data cannot express, a low, persistent unease, a sense of being observed. The comet unsettles not because it threatens us, but because it challenges the very framework of our understanding. Gravity and chemistry, the tools that let us map the skies, seem inadequate. What is the nature of this body? Why does it carry nickel without iron? Why did it accelerate before it ever reached our solar system? And why, out of every possible path, does it now pass Mars at the very moment humanity is searching for life there? The more we study, the less we know. Each spectrum deepens the mystery. Each image adds another riddle. Observers pause, realizing this may be something we were never meant to fully decode. And yet, we cannot look away. Awe is stronger than fear, and curiosity stronger than caution. We continue to measure, to theorize, to wonder. The encounter with Mars will not be cinematic. No collisions, no fireballs, no sky-shattering spectacle. Its significance lies not in drama, but in subtlety. For the first time, an interstellar traveler moves through the heart of our planetary neighborhood in a way that defies reduction to randomness. It is a reminder that the cosmos is alive with mysteries, that even a single shard of dust and rock can rewrite the questions we ask of the universe. And as 3 Atlas drifts past Mars, we are left to wonder if we are alone in watching, or if something, somewhere, is watching too. So when you look up at the night sky, remember this comet. Remember its strange path, its impossible chemistry, its unanswered questions. Its journey is more than motion. It is a message, or perhaps a challenge, from the deep unknown. If this mystery stirred something in you, leave a comment, share your thoughts, and join us on this ongoing exploration. Subscribe to the channel because we will keep watching. We will keep asking. And we will keep listening for the answers that the silence of space refuses to give. This is only the beginning.